India and Canada resume security dialogue. What really happened? Let me explain to you. India and Canada, after almost 2 years of tension, are finally talking again. Not just talking, but restarting security and intelligence cooperation at the highest level. So what changed? Why now? And what does this reset actually mean for both countries? Let me explain to you. The big news: security dialogue restarts. India and Canada have officially resumed intelligence sharing and security cooperation. This happened after a high-level meeting between India's National Security Advisor Ajit Doval and Canada's National Security and Intelligence Advisor Nathalie Drouin, held in New Delhi. This meeting marks the first major step in restoring ties that had been frozen since 2023. And it's not just security. Both countries agreed to reopen talks on defense, trade, law enforcement, energy, critical minerals, nuclear cooperation, technology, agriculture. Basically, the relationship is being rebuilt from the ground up. Why is this important? Let's be honest. India and Canada have had serious disagreements, especially over the rise of extremist groups on Canadian soil. With these talks resumed, both sides are now focusing on counter-terrorism cooperation, cracking down on extremist networks, information sharing between agencies like the RCMP and India's NIA, tackling drug trafficking, weapons smuggling, and transnational crime. For both countries, this is a major shift back toward cooperation instead of confrontation. What led to this reset? Relations collapsed in 2023 after controversial allegations by Canada about India's involvement in the killing of a separatist leader. Diplomats were expelled, trade talks were paused, security channels were shut down. But everything started changing in 2025. During the G7 summit, the prime ministers of India and Canada met privately. Both sides agreed to fully restore diplomatic relations, bring back high commissioners, restart official dialogue channels, reduce tension, and rebuild trust. That meeting opened the door, and today's security dialogue is the direct result. What happens next? This reset can lead to some big outcomes. Stronger counterterrorism cooperation, especially against groups that threaten India's security from overseas. Better safety for the Indian diaspora in Canada. More law enforcement cooperation means faster action against threats. Revival of trade and investment. Critical minerals, clean energy, and technology are now back on the table. Better defense and intelligence coordination. This could eventually include joint operations or coordinated tracking of extremist networks. Simply put, this is a fresh start. The bigger picture. Both nations realized one thing. When two democratic, global economies stop talking, danger grows, trade suffers, and people get hurt. By resuming security dialogue, India and Canada are choosing cooperation over conflict, and this could reshape their relationship for the next decade. If you want more updates on India's global relations, geopolitics, and defense strategy, make sure to subscribe to Let Me Explain to You. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.